to ask you your thoughts on the Britney Griner situation.
I told you I said
Oh,
it from the
oh, well,
start.
I forgot. Let's set it up first so everybody knows what we're talking about. If you are not in the loop on what's going on with Britney Griner.
Okay, so Brittany Griner is a WNBA basketball player who was arrested at who was arrested in Russia for um, carrying marijuana with her. She was found with marijuana in her bag at the Russian airport, I believe. Right?
Yes.
She was just coming from New York, where it is legal. So maybe she did forget that she had a pen and a vape and maybe some cartridges in her bag when she made the trip. So they find it, they arrest her. It's just so funny, right as the Russia Ukraine thing was popping off in March, they conveniently gave us that story about Brittany Griner getting arrested when she had been arrested. I believe it was the end of February. Somebody could fact check me on that. I think it may have been like February 26th or something, in and around that day. Um, Now we're on some real anti-Russian propaganda, right? It's turned up because it's always been anti-Russia here, right? But they've just turned the volume up on the propaganda, on the anti-Russia propaganda. And then you slide this story in there. So it just fits. Oh my God, they're holding a gay black basketball player hostage over weed. Russia's terrible.
Which that's
Oh,
why
how
I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised that there hasn't been more coverage to talk about it. Just be by the fact of those
Hamza, I was
particular
close,
minority
Hamza. I
groups.
was close.
Can you eat roadkill deer? No, it's tainted. That is tainted. Do not eat roadkill deer. That will jack you up pretty nasty. Uh, let's see. There's Allie down there. Hey, Allie. Glad to see
What's
you.
going
And
on,
um, yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
Ali?
As far as my
Right.
comments on the
But I'm
Brittany.
saying,
Oh,
but
oh,
Marcus,
sorry.
let me
Go ahead.
finish real quick.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry. It checks every box. She's gay, check. She's black, check. She's an athlete, check. American, check. And Russia's doing something against all those groups.
Well, and
I mean,
marijuana check
oh,
because Russia
and
is
pothead,
very
check.
anti against marijuana.
Correct. So it's again, it's just real. It was so convenient that this happened along at that time. So
Well,
again,
and
it
that's
was
the
just
reason. That's why
go
I'm
ahead.
surprised that this is not getting any coverage. I mean, I remember we briefly talked about it. We talked maybe twice. We kind of briefly brought it up,
Mhm.
and I was watching Bad Faith podcast, Brianna Joy Gray's show, and she was mentioned. It brought it back to my mind because I realized, yeah, nobody is talking about this story. No matter how you feel on Russia Ukraine, this should be a separate issue. And I remember plenty of times where we've had Americans get locked up in other countries. Our government is normally publicly advocating to get those people released. I just don't get why this situation's turned into a different situation. Um, Instead, I mean, remember with what was it? One of the Ball sons and a couple of his teammates, they were out there, shoplifting.
Mhm.
you know
Mhm.
America jumped in it for all that. We have all the time missionaries who go throughout Africa and South America, and different things happen. They're doing whatever they can to try to get them back in. We have American tourists who get accused for drug smuggling. They always go run to all these people's aid, but we have a high profile black lesbian you know person going through all this stuff. All of a sudden, it's like we're too busy to handle it. We got too much shit going on. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of odd. Um, have anything else to say on that, Chris?
No, it's I don't know where the current status is. I don't know, if she's been to court. I don't know the Russian legal system to that extent to be able to speak on it. But I do know this. It clearly she didn't have like weight on her. Clearly she's not.
Oh
She
yeah,
didn't have
it was consumption amount.
correct.
I think it
You
was
know, it's
no.
personal.
I think it was
It was
definitely
personal.
less than an ounce.
Correct. It was personal use. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't have bricks taped to her body. You know. Uh, with that being said, it's like just either give her probation, make her pay a fine, and let her go. Clearly, you're not going to give her fucking 20 years for having vape, for having some pens and a couple
Well,
cards.
it is Russia. You can. We got to remember, once we go outside of the United States, laws get very different.
That's true. Oh,
It's,
Mr. Street said, "Where's Jesse on this problem?" They ain't cut him a check, Mr. Streets. As soon as the check clears over, you're gonna see Comrade Jesse Jackson. Well, Jesse's kind of messed up. You know, his health is not in the
well,
best.
where's Outlet?
That's what I was thinking about. Al. You know, we're gonna see Al over there as soon as that check clears. You know, the National Action Network don't do shit without a check. Same
Well,
for Benjamin Crump. Look, Benjamin Crump ain't even get his bald-headed ass on TV to talk about it, right? I can't stand them niggas. I really can't. I have a serious dislike for those group of people. The
oh yeah.
Crumps, the Sharptons, all of them. Yeah. But Jesse is in bad health, so I'll spare him. But he
Oh,
could get some of the smoke too, because he's done some questionable things, you know, over the course of his life as well. But you know, I don't want to beat nobody when they down like that. So I'll just say, you know, I hope he's all right. And you know, Ben Crump has a dead black person radar. You know, anybody in the crowd, anybody,
damn.
son. I mean, you know how anybody ever watch Dragon Ball, right? I'll geek out real quick. You know, Bulma comes up with the Dragon Ball radar, right? Ben Crump does have the dead nigga radar. Oh shit, nigga's dead over there. And you know he peels and he's over there. You know,
Because
ever
he
since
knows
Johnny Quacker,
that's the biggest check you're gonna get. You know, you do some results in somebody's death. Yeah, you can sue for the big bucks. So
correct.
shit.
You absolutely can. And the thing is too, with Crump and all of them, the thing about it is they just want to get into Naruto. Okay. I see you. Steve, what up, man?
What's up,
Oh,
Steve? He's always up
uh,
super early with his show, so it's always I never can catch him
probably up
live.
now. Steve might be on speed or some bath salts if he down here in Florida still being awake. um, what did Spade say? I told my family do not get Ben Crump if something happens to me. Spade 1000% said the same thing. I said something happened to me and I'm dead. And y'all have, and I hear Ben Crump mention my name at some kind of press conference. I'm coming back alive, and I'm picking all of you up. That's a promise. As a matter of fact, a guarantee. Um, the last thing I want to say about Crump, since we're here, is that all they ever do is pursue the civil case, right? Because they're just looking for a monetary windfall, right? So his firm could get the money. They break their victims off with a little bit of cash. Everybody goes about their business. You notice they're never in on the criminal aspect of it, never in on it to the point to where they're actually trying to win the case. The only thing they do is say, "Oh well, you know, the state has it. You know, we can only get involved, but so much. It's the state." It's so convenient for them, but we always know they don't care about actual justice. They just want the money, and as soon as that check is clear and they good, they move to the next victim. So you know he's hovering around Chicago, maybe right now, maybe somewhere, maybe somewhere in Miami. No, they was fighting in the club last night. Maybe somebody died. I don't know, but you know maybe in matter of fact, he's in the Bronx right now because the Bronx is
He in the
nuts.
boogie down right now.
Yeah, he got to be in the BDB because the Bronx is going nuts right now. That's all I hear from my people up there. And Lee Merritt, just the same, kid. Just the same.
Mm-mm-mm.
A
Yeah, I mean,
culturally appropriated midday siesta. Oh, Steve is funny. Oh,
um,
Mrs. Street, you know Ben spending that money.
let's see. I know it's kind of a little bit of a rough transition, but I forgot about this story. Wanted to bring it back. Says getting ready for Eric Adams' mess. That is a mess. So glad I don't live near New York. So glad I don't have to deal with that BS. But
Oh yeah, I see him. He's another clown. He's gonna they're gonna laugh him out of town. Hamza, South Bronx is crazy right now. That's all my cousin tell me. I was talking to my cousin the other day. I'm like, yo, you be going outside? He said, outside. He said, son, I leave to go to work. I bring my ass right in the house. And we not scared. We not scared, right? But if my peoples are saying like, yeah, dog, I just go in the crib, then we already know it's bad. Thomas said, who's Eric Adams? The clown ass mayor of New York City. That's who he is. You could look him up. Absolute clown.
You see what Misha said? Wow. Ben's Christian name is Bankflow Dollar.
Yo,
Whoa.
Misha, fire. Why is the Bronx so crazy? What's happening? Um, who knows? Everybody has a gun, it seemed like, and everybody's shooting and everybody going off doing wild. I don't understand it. Brooklyn was like that too during COVID. Um, but yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Hamza says said he was a Yonkers local.
Yo, Eric Adams doing in New York City what they do in LA with the homeless. He says shelters are great. But you need to stay in one for a night without a weapon. Steve is, Warren Deere is stupid. But the shutdowns made people stay in the house, and a lot of New Yorkers fell for it, unfortunately, and they got to believe in it. So there was a psychological thing that happened with them, and they just like going nuts. I don't understand. Every time you check the news, I hate Charlemagne, and they're making Charlemagne right when he says all the crazy shit that goes down happens either the Bronx or Florida. And right now, it's looking like it's true. But I got to add a caveat to that. A lot of them motherfuckers from the Bronx, they be coming down here to Florida. So that's why.
You want to tell them, hey, get your ass back up north, man. Don't come down here.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that about shelters for multiple people. Yes, correct. Mm-hmm.
See, Charlemagne is a ooh. I won't even say that one all the way out loud. Don't want too much flack from that.